right? I'm gonna start with a big difference because we don't wanna try this today.
Thank you.
I know. We just wanna make a difference between one and another one and why this thing was so painful in the past. This tequila has a 49% agave, right? And the other 51% is sugar, colorings, preservatives, additives, and this caramel thing to give the color to the tequila. So that combination of alcohol and sugars, you are literally intoxicating yourself a bit. That's why next day it's so painful. It's so bad for your body and for yourself because it's too much sugar and too much alcohol in one place, right? So that's the result. As to my mother, she has 2 kids now. So now we're going to talk about the good stuff, all right? So we're going to try 100% agave tequila, and I'm going to start with a little bit of history, okay? You know everybody from Spain?
I've been there.
You been in Spain? Okay, but that doesn't count. We don't like Spain. First of all, we don't like Spain. In the past, remember, I don't know, 19-something, 40-something, a long time ago, when the Spanish people come to the New World to discover us, right? And take our gold and kill our women and kill our guys and borrow the gold and everything, right? At that time, they crossed the Atlantic with this barrel. They have the cognac, they have the red wine, they have the some brandies, some whiskeys in there. So they cross the Atlantic with those barrels because they need to drink to conquer, right? When they come to the New World, they really exactly come to the area of Mexico, what we call Mexico today. At that time, it was the Aztecs, the most developed civilization at that time, right? These guys, when they come to discover us, at one point, they were checking these Aztecs people and they are drinking this milky juice. Every time they're going to start to pray or they're going to start to... Everything starts like a praying because at the beginning, every alcohol that we invented was for medicinal purposes. And I don't know in which point we make a party with that. But now we have alcohol for drinking, right? So these guys, for their ceremonies, they drink this milky juice. They take it from this weird thing coming up from the ground, right? And they put it in the mold oven, they heat it, they crush it later, and they drink this thing. So pretty much, Aztec people get wasted first and then they pray. That's what they're doing with that. At one point, Spanish get out of the booth. They have no more brandy, no more cognac, no more nothing, but they have the barrels. So what they do, we cannot cross the Atlantic back to Spain without alcohol, right? Let's borrow the milky juice too. They took the milky juice, they fill up all these barrels, and they go back to Spain. Crossing the Atlantic at that time will be like maybe 8 or 9 months to do that, probably a year. Today you can do it in 12 days in a boat like this, right? But at that time, it was more than 9 months coming back. At that point, historically speaking, was the first time that tequila was fermented and distilled. When you put this thing on the barrel and you go back like 9 months back, when they opened the barrel, it wasn't milky juice anymore. It was a clear spirit, full aroma of alcohol, full flavor on it, and a lot of percentage of alcohol inside. So that's how they know in the book is the first time the tequila was made, right? The story today is not that different. The process is almost the same. You have the main region of tequila is in Mexico, right? We already know that. But there is a town called Tequila. Tequila is not from that town. It's a small town on the side. The name is called Atotonilco. Atotonilco, Mexico is the main and most important region of agave in the world, right? For being considered tequila, needs to be made in Mexico. For being cognac, needs to be made in Cognac, France. For being champagne, needs to be made in Champagne, France, right? For being bourbon, needs to be in United States. It used to be only Kentucky, but now everybody in the United States is making his own bourbon. You have a lot of houses already around the world. It was invented in Kentucky, yes. The first place was Kentucky. But now you have bourbon from Tennessee, you have bourbon from a lot of different places, right? So that's the rule. For being tequila, it needs to be made in Mexico. All right? What's with the plant? The plant name is agave. Agave is a plant who belongs to the family of the cactus. So that means they need desert, they need heat, and they need all these desertic areas to grow up and to give what they need to give, right? This plant is gonna be like this tall, probably my tall. I'm like 5 something. I don't know what is in inches. 5'9", 10. I don't know. It's like that tall, but the fruit doesn't grow out outside of the plant. The fruit grow out inside the earth, next to the roots. What's the name of the fruit? There is a huge, imagine like a watermelon. The name is piña. In English it would be pineapple. They call it piñas too, right? So this plant is going to give you 7 of these things. And it's going to take 7 more years to give you another 7 of those. So the guy in charge to collect those piñas, the name is jimador. Jimador is the person in charge to dig on the ground, take the piñas without damaging the plant, because that's not good for business. You're going to take the piñas out. They're going to take it to the tequila house. In the tequila house, they're going to put it in a huge oven. This room could be an oven, and they're going to put all these piñas in there. Just to remind you, to inform you, in Atotonilco is more than 3,000 million plants in there. So everybody has different areas where to take the agave. So in one day of collecting could be more than 5,000, 6,000 piñas. It's a lot. So you put this in the oven and you heat them up for the next 48 hours, 24 hours you heat them up. When you heat them, this piña is going to look like a coconut. Everything outside is going to be hard, but everything inside is going to be melted because of the heat. So what they do is, take the piñas, another machine, they're going to crush them. They're going to take the milky juice out of it, right? And this milky juice is going straight to a huge Stanley barrel. Huge Stanley barrel. Huge Stanley barrel. That's the sign. So then, what's going on with this? Everything inside the huge barrel is going to start to move. It's going to start to move naturally before 48 hours. That's what we call natural fermentation movement. What's this? The sugars, the bacteria, and the residuals are going to start to go up on top of the barrel, and the alcohol is going to stay down, right? So this is how it starts. This is how tequila starts to get in the one that we're going to taste today. We have 3 different kinds of tequilas who coming from the same plant. Besides that, tequila, agave tequila doesn't have nothing added. There's no sugar, there's no color. It's the pure plant. What makes the tequila nicer, or what makes the tequila better and different one from another one, is the barrel that you are using. They use oak barrels for the fermentation process. Right? So this is how it starts.
You're killing this mojo, man.
People, this is Andrea. He's Italian. So we're going to start with the first one. It will be, okay, I'm going to, we're going to try today Patron. Patron is one of the biggest sponsors of Disney. Still, it's a very good tequila, right? It's a very good tequila. But it doesn't have to be only Patron. Every single brand who has the 3 different kinds of tequila that we're going to taste today is going to work. And basically, it's going to have the same process. So you have silver, it means like young, you know, like in Spanish it would be joven, you know. You have the reposado, who means rested. And then you have añejo, who means age. All right? The first one we're going to have today is the Patron Silver. Can be Patron, can be Don Julio, can be Herradura, can be Cazadores, can be Avión, can be any tequila you imagine. It's going to be like that. It has to be a clear color on it, right? Why the clear color? Because only it's going to stay 3 months on the barrel. But the barrel they're going to use, it will be white wine barrel, right? They want to keep the color like that. They want to keep it clear. And then when Andrea is going to finish to pour the drinks, you can smell it, and then we're going to have a small sip, and you're going to wash your mouth. A small sip. And then you can drink it as long as you want it. You want to shoot it, you want to... This is the one that we shoot. This is the kind of tequila that you're going to shoot. This is the kind of tequila that you please need to shoot, because you're not going to drink that. Right? You need just to put it in, you know? But starting with the second one, we're going to start to sip tequila. Why this one is like that? Why this one is the one that I say that's the one that you can shoot? Because this is the one who is a full flavor alcohol one. It's not going to give you too much aroma. It's not gonna give you too much taste. It's gonna be more alcohol in there, right? All three tequilas have the same percentage of alcohol. You have a 40% alcohol in any bottle of tequila. Some tequilas, like a high quality or more aging tequila, has a different level of alcohol. But to be considered tequila in this specific three levels, it's a 40% alcohol. All right? Remember, it's nothing added on the tequila. It's just everything comes from the barrel. All right? Take a look on the color. Take a small sip on it. Wash your mouth, and then go for the second one. This is the one who's gonna taste like tequila. This is the one who's gonna taste a little bit more, no soft, no smooth. It's gonna be a little bit more tasteful, right? The first thing you're gonna feel straight up is the alcohol. That's the first thing you're gonna feel. Now take a nice one. Take a nice second one. Yeah, I know. This is the one. That's what I'm telling you. This is the shooting one. The silver in any other kind will be the shooting one, right? So this is, here you go. Somebody, my best friend is gonna call me and tell me, hey man, I have this bottle of tequila, amazing, it's 100% agave, let's drink it. How do you recognize it's agave or not? First thing, the back of your thumb. Alright? Second thing, the size of your mouth. Third thing, your gums now still funny.
Yep.
Still funny your gums, right? And third, and I don't know, when is it? The heat is going to start to come out from your belly to your throat, right? That's how you recognize agave. That's the agave working on your body. That's how it's supposed to be. If you're going to drink this thing, it's going to go straight for your throat, and you're going to feel like cats going down, you know, like that's how it goes, because it goes straight to your throat. So there's no flavor on this thing. You know? Okay, the second one will be, I told you, is reposado. For being reposado, it needs to be 6 months on the barrel. But now the barrel change. Now the tequila maker is going to use bourbon barrels, red wine barrels, or cognac barrels. There is a very good relationship between cognacs and good tequilas, and it's the barrels, right? Cognacs has 3 different types, like at the same level, right? You have the BS, you have the BSOP, and you have the XO, right? For being BS, it's 2 years in the barrels. For being BSOP, it's like 4 years in the barrels. And for being XO, it's 6 years until 20. You have 14 years range to be considered an XO, right? These barrels are the ones that the tequila makers want to have. This is the barrels that the people who make tequila want them to give you this, the color, the taste, and the aroma, because everything comes from the barrel. They reuse the barrels for the tequilas, right? And I'm gonna go when we're gonna go at the end of the tequilas, you're gonna see how important is the barrel, okay? But now the barrel change again. Now the second one you're gonna have in there, it will be a BS or maybe a BSOP in the barrel, just to get a nice color. It's a nice touch of color on the second one, changing for the clear one. That was the first one. You're gonna feel more aroma inside. You're gonna feel it's gonna start to smell like something now. And then when you're gonna have a small sip in there, you will see how different it is from the first one. So please go and take a sip on this one. Check the color first. It's a little bit more oaky than the first one. And then take a small sip and tell me how it feels like. I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't put lime, I didn't put salt, I didn't put water, I didn't put nothing. Somebody's chasing beer, but it is not a problem. But we don't put nothing in there, because I want you to take the agave taste in your mouth, from the first shot to the last one. So you're gonna feel the difference between one and another one. The second one is smoother than the first one. You have aroma in there, right? Mm-hmm. This is what you start to. If you want to, well, no problem, ask the bartender to give you that shot in a snifter glass. You put it in a brandy glass, you can put it there, and you can, warm it up and let it thing develop. Let the aroma come out, and then now you're gonna start to feel something. This is the sipping one. This is when it starts. People like to chill their shot of tequila and they put ice on it, or they shake it just to chill it, and then they put it. You ruin it. The ice is gonna ruin all the function of the barrel is gonna be destroyed with the water that you are putting there. You're gonna ruin it. or you're gonna put ice and coke in a 21-year-old whiskey. I do it before, but you know, it's the guess. The guy's always right. But yeah, my hand was shaking and everything. You don't do that because you don't want to ruin what is in the bottle. That's the same thing that we're gonna start to do with the tequila. We're gonna try to start to take care of the tequila. This is the shot that I'm gonna buy for me. You know, this is the shot that when I'm going to the bar, I will go from reposado to añejo, any tequila. Any tequila. That's the one that I want to have for me. If I want to shoot it, I will go for the silver. If I want to make margaritas, I will go for the silver. Why the silver? More aroma and more taste like alcohol. When I'm going to mix it with the lime and the orange liqueur, if I make it with this one or the third one, it's not going to taste like margarita. You're not going to feel the tequila inside because it's too smooth for that. So the first one will be the one that you want to mix. All right? So how's the second one? It was smoother than the first one?
Yes, much more.
It is, right? So we okay with that? Okay, you want to finish it, you want to shoot again, you want to keep it there, do whatever you want. We're going to move to the third one. All right?
Never had that.
They want the flavor from the
Exactly. Is everybody clear with the barrels? Okay, I'm gonna go deep on the barrel, but not that deep. The barrels in the night has this movement. Everything you put inside the barrel is gonna create a gas inside the barrel. So that barrel at one point is gonna expand, right? It's gonna expand and it's gonna start to drop what they don't need on the inside. Could be more bacteria, could be more residuals, can be sugar, and it has to be alcohol. Because at one point, this barrel in the first place is gonna be like 110% alcohol in there. So the tequila maker needs to reduce that quantity to make it 40 and make it drinkable. When the barrel expands, drop all these things, and then the barrel is gonna close again. When the barrel closes, it's gonna spread what is in the wood. That wood is a cognac barrel, it's a red wine barrel, it's a bourbon barrel. That's why you get the color and that's why you get the aroma on the tequila. So in the movement is when they spread everything on the wood. Remember, this barrel has probably, some tequila has 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in the barrel, right? So you're gonna put your tequila in that barrel and you're gonna get what it was 20 years ago in that barrel. So the tequila is gonna change and it's gonna get the flavor, it's gonna get the color. I told you at the beginning, you don't get the color or the flavor from nothing added extra. It's pure barrel aroma, right? So more age, more old the barrel is, better tequila you're gonna get. All right? The first one is añejo. Añejo means age. For being añejo needs to be more than 8 months, but less than 1 year. Maximum time on the barrel is 1 year. But now the barrel changed again. Now it's XO barrels for the process. Now they try to take a nice barrel to give you the nice color that you have in front of you. So this is the first slide. Look at the color in front of you and look at this color. Do you think this bottle was 1 year in the barrel?
No.
Do you think it's tequila reposado with blue agave? It has the whole thing inside, but this is not the one. This is not. Smell that first, take a small sip, taste it, and tell me. Tastes like cognac.
Yeah.
It will taste like cognac. And if you put it in a snifter glass and you move it, you're gonna see the body and the legs of this tequila. That will be the one that I wanna buy for myself. I want a shot of tequila. I go for any añejo, and you will see it's not that bad. It go easier, it goes smoother. You have some taste like something. You're just not shooting things in there and get wasted in 5 seconds. You know. Well, this is how it is. Which one is the better? Añejo. I thought you were gonna say the first one. This is the one. Any questions so far? Yes, sir.
Mezcal with the worm. It's just crap agave.
Is okay in the process when you are crushing the piñas. Somebody's gonna show up that day. Right? And he's gonna take all these crushed piñas and he's gonna crush them again. Right? When they bottling, whatever they take from the crushed piñas, crush them again. They're gonna bottle it, and in that bottle you're gonna have water and oxygen. Right? Don't look mezcal like that. Look mezcal more like a moonshine.
Yeah.
That would be mezcal. It will be mezcal is the countryside drink in Mexico. You know? And then this bottle is gonna be closed and it's gonna stay there in the store for I don't know how long. But it has water and you have oxygen, so a bacteria is gonna grow up. Right? That worm inside grow up inside the bottle. It's the same worm that you have in an apple, it's the same worm that you have in any fruit. You know the one who come and say hi? It's not that bad. You're not gonna die if you eat it or by mistake you chew it. You're not gonna die. It's just natural bacteria, you know? It's better not drink it.
It's bad. It's bad hangover.
Yeah, so the thing is, this bacteria is gonna grow up and that's mezcal. That's the difference between mezcal and tequila, alright? Second thing is, somebody told me once, if you grab the worm and you chew it, you're gonna be wasted. That's not true. If you chew that worm, if you take that worm in your mouth is gonna taste like paper for 2 weeks. I did it. Horrible. But still, there is good mezcals in the market. There is good mezcals. That you have expensive ones, like real expensive ones. But you really need to buy it in a decent place. I mean, don't go Mexico and buy the mezcal from the kid with no shoes running on the street. Because that kid took the worm from the backyard and just put it there and hey, gringo, buy it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna be that will make you feel sick. But still, that's the difference between one and another one. All right. Any other question about tequilas? We okay, right?
Tell us about the name Patron.
Patron, the history about Patron is, everybody know Paul Mitchell?
Yeah.
The hairstylist guy?
Yeah.
At one point, he started with the hairstyling thing. At one point, he get bankrupt. He loses everything. He has a huge problem with money. And he was living in his car for a couple of weeks or months. I don't know. I didn't ask the guy that did. But the thing is that one of his friends bring this weird bottle of tequila from Mexico. And the guy falls so in love on that tequila that he decides to go to Mexico by himself. He take his car, he drove to Mexico, he went to the place, he went to Tonilco, Mexico. He bring like 25 or 30 bottles of a good tequila, and he give the tequilas to the right persons. He was agents, people in the show business, some hip-hop artists, people who knows about drinks, right? And that's how the rumors start to spread. And Paul Mitchell today is the owner of Patron and is the owner of Avion. Avion is the second brand of Patron, the tequila. And her stylist products are in heaven again. So that's the thing. I will be honest with you. One of the things, I'm not going to lie to you telling you Patron is the best tequila in the world, because it's not. Actually, you cannot buy Patron in Mexico. You don't have Patron in Mexico. Patron is an American brand. Right? It needs to be made in Mexico, it needs to be bottled in Mexico, and then somebody's gonna move it from Tonilco to Nevada. Nevada is the main house from Patron, and from here go to the United States and go around the world. Right? If you ask me which one is the best tequila, I will say Don Julio. Why Don Julio? Because Don Julio was the first guy to make tequila in the entire era of the universe. That was the first guy, back in 1800. I don't know if you see the bottle in 1800, that's why. 1800 was the first year when tequila was made, and it was spread around the world. So if you ask me, it would be Don Julio. If you ask me for cognac, I will tell you Remy Martin. Why Remy Martin? Because he was the first guy. It's not a law, it's not a rule, but comparing Patron with Don Julio, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the difference between one and another one. Still, today, there's no more Don Julio anymore. Why? Because Jose Cuervo buys Don Julio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know.
And they water it down.
But you need to give, now, today, 35 years later for your first shot of tequila, you need to give a chance to Jose Cuervo, because now they come to the market with a good product. They have two tequilas in the market now. One is
Gold, though.
no. Don't forget about it. The thing is that now, with the fusion, Jose Cuervo has the market. Jose Cuervo is a monster in the market. You know, and he's been for a long time like that. But now they have the product. What they do with the product? They have two new tequilas on the market now. One is Tequila 70, and the other one is Maestro Tequilero. Will be like something like a master of tequila. Those two bottles has the three different levels. What is Don Julio product with Jose Cuervo market? The bottle has a plan of agave design on the glass. You know, it's going like a 3D thing. It's the lead in here, and it says Tequila 70, and the other one says Maestro Tequilero. I don't try them yet. I'm waiting to June 9 to go on vacation and finally drink properly. So I don't try it. I don't know how else, but I heard it's very good. Tequilas, I mean, it's the same plant. You know, it's the same plant, and some of the tequilas says agave, and the other one says blue agave. You know, the desert area will be here. You know, everything down on the desert, that will be considered blue agave, right? And you have some hills on the side, but the plant is going to still growing in those hills. That will be considered just agave. But still, it's marketing purposes. It's not too much. And the business about tequila is really, really marketing now. I mean, everybody's making his own tequila.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake has 901 tequila. This singer guy, I don't know where he come with what's the name of the tequila?
Cabo Wabo.
No, Cabo Wabo is a good
San
one.
Miguel.
But still, Cabo Wabo, it doesn't exist anymore. Cabo Wabo sold.
Yes.
They banned from it too. They don't make it more Cabo Wabo.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Same as Don Julio. Don Julio don't have it. Somebody has a bottle of Don Julio, keep it for a while.
I'm sorry, so you can buy Cabo out of business or something?
No, you can buy it. San Miguel doesn't own it
I think
anymore.
they're selling the leftover. I mean, the last bottle. There's no more. I mean, next year is not going to be more Cabo Wabo anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of marketing in there.
So you're right about Jose Cuervo. Everybody knows what it
What's
is.
up with the skull?
That's
Espolón.
Espolón?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
For example, I don't know that.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Try Don Julio, try Herradura, try Tequila Sousa, try Reserva de la Familia, Family Reserve. That's a good one too. Family Reserve
Is it? Yeah.
by...
No, it's not.
Which one?
Oh, she's talking about my vodka.
Ah, okay. That's the one made in Mexico. But I tell you, today is a lot of tequila. It's a lot of options in there. So you just need to check the bottle. If it's a silver or a reposado or añejo, and you will know how it's going to taste. All right? More questions, people. Okay, I'm going to finish with this. First of all, I'm not selling nothing here. Okay, yes, I do. But the thing is, Patron could not be the best tequila in the market, but Patron is a special one. Why Patron is a special one? Besides to show to the world what agave means, this guy Paul Mitchell is smart. He's very smart. What they do? It was an auction. An auction to who knows who's gonna be the first house tequila to have the best barrels from Cognac France.
Yes.
You know? Patron won that auction. So Patron, Mr. Paul Mitchell, is the first guy who's gonna get the call from Cognac, straight from the castle with them making Cognac, and they're gonna tell him, I have a 50-year-old barrel, I have a 60-year-old barrel, I have a 30, I have a 40, I have whatever. That guy's gonna be the first one. So he's gonna say yes, he's gonna say no. Right? He's the first guy with that. So that's why Patron is make a big difference between the other brands. Not talking about this one. I'm talking about the high quality tequilas. Patron is the only one can improve it in that area. And they start to make this called Grand Patron Platinum. The Grand Patron Platinum is, as you can see, it's a clear color tequila, but it's an añejo. So why that añejo is gold and why this añejo is white? Because they have a triple process in distillation. They're gonna take the color out of the tequila. And it's gonna be in a good barrel for 1 year and a half. They're gonna keep it there in the barrel, they're gonna take the color out, they're gonna rest it, and they're gonna have this smell and this taste, and they're gonna get the color. This is the perfect tequila to put in the fridge. You just leave it on the fridge, just leave it there. When you feel like having a shot, put it in a glass of straight and put it again in the fridge. And you will see what I'm talking about. Alright? Prices. Yes, of course we need to know about prices. Patron Silver is 8, Reposado is 9, Añejo is 10. That's the difference. $1 difference between one and another. right? A bottle outside is between $40 and $60, I think. Depends on the state. I heard in New York you can buy Don Julio, nice bottle of Don Julio for $100, like a good one, 1942 edition. That would be amazing. $100. That's what I'm going to New York in June. Okay, so this one jumps from 10 to 35. It will be $35 a shot from this one. You have more age, more barrels, more timing, and another process on that one, right? And then we have the big puppy of the tequila. Nobody has this thing. This is the most beautiful thing that everybody made about tequila. The name of this one is Grand Patron Bordeaux. This one is made with barrels for more than 40 years old. Alright? It can be between 40, it can be 50, it can be 60, depends. You know, marketing is marketing. That's what I'm telling you about what I read, okay? But this one is 2 years and a half in the barrel. They only make like 300 bottles of this one a year. They don't make incredibly a lot of bottles of this one. It has a cork and everything. You open it with a cork. It has a cork who preserves everything inside. This is a $55 a shot. But it's...
Glad you're buying.
I buy already. I treat myself on my birthday. I buy my first birthday here. I buy the Louis XIII.
Oh wow.
The 125 shot. I buy one of those for my birthday 30. And for my 32, I buy one shot of.
How was it?
Of this one. It's the best thing in the world. If I give you the bottle to smell it, you're gonna start to realize why. Because this is a very good cognac with tequila taste. You put it in a snifter glass, you leave it there, and you really need to sip it. This is a beautiful thing. Just to let you know. Again, I'm not selling nothing here. But if you get a shot of this, if you are a girl, you have a nice Patron purse, or if you have a guy, you have cufflinks in silver with the Patron logo on it. I'm just saying that I need to do the propaganda well, okay? No, the bottle, no, the shot. So, again, this is a good point. No, honestly, this bottle outside is $2,000, right? You can buy it here for $450 on duty free.
What?
Wait,
it's a bargain.
$2,000 outside, $450 here inside the bottle. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me. It's between Mickey and Patron, so I don't know, but that's how it is.
$2,000 at the liquor store.
And $450. And when you buy this, you buy the whole case.
You can't have permanent.
People, listen to me. You buy the whole case. It's a leather case. You have the top.
Oh wow.
You got a top.
And then you have a wine opener. It's full silver to open the bottle.
Oh wow.
So if you like tequila that much and you have a 450 extra, go for it. But I'm telling you, that's the best tequila you're ever gonna try. Just to let you know. I'm not selling nothing here.
Oscar, so the other one you were showing, the clear one, you saying they distill it, put it in barrels, and then distill it again?
No, it has a triple process to take the color out. But it has a triple process.
Yeah, but it didn't have any color, right? It was clear the color comes from being in the barrel, so that's not.
Yeah, but the barrel is not with color. I mean, the barrel is going to be a white wine, but I'm telling you about the wine. It will be the
It's
wine.
basically a fresh barrel.
Yeah, but the thing about cognac is limousine. The name of the wood is limousine. And limousine, you can only get it in cognac. There's no other place. That's why to be cognac needs to be made in France. Because it's the only area in the world where you
No,
that
I
kind of wood.
appreciate that. I just didn't hear what you said.
That you're not paying attention.
There's that also.
Okay, people, more questions?
Smell it?
Yeah, of course.
Can I smell it? The $2,000.
Can we do it at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. It's $5 to smell. Tequila question. Everybody happy? Okay. Now I need you to move and squeeze in the counter. We're gonna do margaritas now. All right? So take a sip. I'm gonna